Truth number one, and this is gonna hurt a lot of people. There's a very strong chance that you as a player have already far surpassed what is considered to be impressive guitar to the general public. And for some reason, you cannot comprehend that yes, it's actually that easy. You're convinced that for some reason, if you play guitar at the level of Justin Bieber or Ed Sheeran, that you should not be able to get famous. And so you develop this ego where you look down on other players who aren't as technically advanced as you are. Meanwhile, nobody cares. And nowadays, whether you like it or not, being a good musician or a successful musician is not the same thing. Truth number two, for some reason you sabotaged yourself into believing that being a starving artist forever is edgy and selling out is lame. And so you spend all your time making the most complex and abstract music ever and then wonder why nobody wants to listen to it. You actually believe that if you sold out, you'd become an instant success, but you want to take the moral high road and make things as hard as possible for yourself. Truth number three, you already know exactly what type of music you should be making to become successful, but you've decided that you hate that style of music more than making money. And then you have the audacity to say that making money as a musician is impossible. Truth number four, people still love the sound of electric guitar, but the problem for you is that it's everywhere that you don't want it to be. I'll give you an example. One of the biggest stars in the world right now is Keith Urban, who plays country and pop. And objectively, those are two styles that most guitarists hate. I'll give you another example. John Mayer, but he makes music for girls. Ed Sheeran, Luke Combs, Zach Bryan. But once again, these are all styles that the average guitar player does not like. So is it that there's no electric guitar in modern music? Or are you just addicted to heavy distortion? Truth number five, the real reason why your original music is failing is because nobody wants to hear your instrumental slop. And the real way that you could level up your music and actually stand out for once is if you learned how to sing. Unless by some sort of a miracle you're a virtuoso player to the level of Guthrie Govan or Tim Henson, nobody wants to hear your instrumental music. The most unique instrument you will ever play is your voice, and there's nothing wrong with playing guitar and singing. Truth number six, you think that making music for girls is lame and corny. Meanwhile, women are the largest consumers of concert tickets and also festivals. And instead, you spend all of your time trying to impress other musicians who are trying to do the exact same thing as you. And unfortunately for you, you don't get to dictate what other people like. So if your demon deathcore metal progressive band is struggling, you might want to try pivoting. Truth number seven, for some strange unknown reason, you avoid taking advice from anybody who might have more experience than you because you feel like you're copying them and your ego stops you from growing. Quite literally, every single professional guitar player in the world gets influence from another player. There's absolutely no reason to think that you need to do everything by yourself to simply prove the point that you didn't need help. While you are wasting years of your time trying to discover everything, there are players who are flying past you by the second because they're willing to go get help. Truth number eight, just because you spent 7 months writing a song does not automatically make it good. Many people would say that you're simply bad at writing music, but the truth is actually that you're terrified of being judged. And so instead, you meticulously changed every single lyric and note possible in the song. Meanwhile, nobody actually cares. Truth number nine, writing a song with super deep and personal lyrics does not automatically mean that the song is worth listening to. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't pour your heart and soul into your art or into your craft, but just because you talk about something super serious doesn't mean that everybody now has to care. Some of the best songs that have ever been written are super catchy, simple, fun, and by your definition, annoying. And some of these songs are truly about nothing. And if a song becomes super popular and you hear it on the radio all the time, it's not because it was too easy, but rather for some strange reason you've decided that it should have been harder. But you seem to have forgotten that effort does not automatically equal good. And finally, number 10, and this one is definitely going to divide some people. You are 100% convinced that AI does not have any place in music. Yet some of the biggest DAW and plugin companies in the world are integrating it into their software every single day. What once could only be done with a professional sound engineer and $25,000 worth of gear can now be achieved with a laptop. Now, I'm not saying that you should run to your computer and start putting out AI music and claim that it's yourself actually playing. But at this point in time, going out of your way to reject technology to make things faster, more professional, and easier for yourself is objectively a bad decision. And this is the exact same conversation that happened about 20 to 25 years ago when everyone started using MIDI and samples. Yet now here we are in 2025, where using Superior Drummer or native instruments is completely acceptable. And even now, using AI for mixing and mastering is rapidly closing the gap between professional, world-class standard and SoundCloud rapper. People are using ChatGPT to write lyrics that would have taken days or weeks to write in a matter of 5 minutes. And with the introduction of Suno into the market, people can put out a song in under 5 seconds. Now, is that fair? No, but it is reality. And if you're someone who's really trying to make it as a musician, let me put it into perspective for you. If the average person right now has the ability to mix and master a 15-song album with the use of AI in under a week, what chance do you really have to compete? For every hour that you waste staring at a blank text document trying to write lyrics, a new album is being released. How can you possibly keep up? And then when you finally come up with something, you're going to mix and master it yourself as a non-professional, and it's always gonna sound like a demo. And here's the thing, this isn't even the first time that this has happened. Many, many years ago, before Autotune came out, you had to re-sing parts hundreds of times and spend hours trying to get it perfect. But now with advancements in technology, we have things like Melodyne and Autotune, so instead of singing something 500 times, you can sing it a couple times and then fix it in post.
We'll fix it in post.
We may have to fix it in post.
And here's the thing about the music industry. Truth number 11, if you will. They don't care about your art. They want speed and they want polish. And if AI can provide that, that's the direction that they're gonna go. Just like how in the same way, you don't see big 5-piece bands anymore. Everybody's a solo artist because it's faster and cheaper. That's the direction that the music industry is going. And here's the thing. There's always going to be people who reject AI. You're completely allowed to do that. You can do whatever you want. Just know that it's going to be substantially more difficult, and other people who are not going to reject it are going to fly right by you. Whether they're using AI to write lyrics or prompt entire songs, someone somewhere is going to take advantage and they're going to win. And if you disagree, please refer back to truth number 2.